Good morning, Iran. How's it going? All we're going to do is just continue to have no good reason to buy anything. Anything that's been down, you think it's going to bounce, it's probably going to bounce and just go back down again. This is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a very bad sentiment that can go on much longer than you think. Earnings, that's going to be the saving grace, but are they going to come out and guide higher? If you don't guide higher, your stock's not going higher. You're going to sandbag your earnings, you're not going to make your stock go up. So earnings are going to be amazing, and they're going to be amazing the next quarter, but everybody loves to sandbag because they want to give themselves a low hurdle in order for the CEO to be like, yep, guided myself up again 15%, and we beat it by 5%, we're growing at 20%, and then the stock is trading at a discount. Microsoft 21 PE. You've got all the tech bros just in the I watched yesterday as triple Q. This is why I have the index options. I always go back to that because it works. You can trade the options on the index. You can trade the indexes themselves without the options, much safer, and not have to get the suffering that comes with your individual equity performance sucking win, i.e. Tesla under 350. Keep in mind, Elon bought at 390, $1 billion worth. The market had a wall there for a while, a floor, thinking, this is where he saw value. He might step in again here, but maybe he's waiting for a 10 or 20% correction to make a statement again. Could happen, should happen. But anyway, there's other stocks in the world, and there's a lot of industrials. We've got Caterpillar, we've got John Deere, we've got the guys on the side of the road picking up trash, and everybody's got to stop and slam on their brakes. And good morning, Iran. That's what's happening. Trump firing off tweets with F-bombs on Easter Sunday. Not classy. Doesn't make anybody feel all that comfortable. That thing has to come to an end at some point in time. And when it does, we'll find the next thing to worry about. Remember Ukraine? That was a big thing. Remember Israel? That was a big thing. We could only focus on one thing at a time. China's coming up. We're going to have a summit, and we're going to reduce tariffs. And, yesterday's news is going to be smoothed over, just like today's news is going to be smoothed over, and we'll find a brand new thing to worry about. At some point, markets do catch up. Do we have a negative 2026? Looking like we are. Do we have a 2026 that looks a lot like 2011, where we were negative all year, and then we just jumped the rope at the very end of the year? We had a nice little whoosh up, and we just crossed into positive territory. There's a certain portfolio manager managing this country that seems to really focus on equity performance, and his main stocks he loves to talk about are the oil, metal, all the, footsie stuff looking Dow stocks. And that's it. The people that like to worry about what they look like, well, you want to worry about how the American voters are going to vote, and they vote with their 401ks and hate Biden and the Democrats all you want for their social policies. Their stock performance is not that bad. Midterm, they got shut down too, 2022. So it's a typical midterm year, is it? We're going to do a 4-year cycle where we have some kind of war, where we have people just selling out and wanting to get safe. It is sort of safe to get a 4% yield, 3.5% yield on just no investment whatsoever. When you got a lot of money, that's a lot of money. And if you don't, you got to play the volatility. So the volatility is pretty much a one-way ticket down. You can play those bounces. Last week, I had a lot of success playing the bounces, but then I got played at the end of the week a little bit. So it wasn't super, super amazing. And this week, we're looking for a little bit more of that super amazing bounce. So you got to play it intraday because you cannot trust tomorrow.